Yo, what's going on, guys? We are back with another episode of the Thick as Thieves podcast. I am rapper Nate Rose.
And I am filmmaker David Elijah Piersaul.
Today we have an incredible guest that could beat the shit out of both of us at the same time.
Speak for yourself.
Mr.
Me too.
Sam Alvey. Smiling Sam, what's going on, brother?
How you doing, my friend? Thank you so much for having me here.
Dude, I appreciate you coming through, man. So what we usually do is play a game before we get into the actual podcast, you know, the talking part of this episode. So,
And this game is called MMA. And we're destined to lose.
That's right. Well, so Aliki has something planned for us. So without further ado, let's mask up like we finna rob some. Aliki, what you got?
Hey, all right. So, in honor of this week's guest, Sam Alvey, we're going to be playing a game that tests your reaction timing. Round 1 will be a ruler drop experiment. One of you will hold the ruler up and drop it. Once the ruler is dropped, the player will clap as fast as possible. The person who claps the lowest number will win first place. Largest number will win last place. Then we're going to move on to round 2. We're going to pull out a boxing reflex ball. Each of you will put it on and punch for as long as possible. You'll get 3 tries so you can get the longest string of punches that you're capable of. We'll take the number from your best round. Longest string of punches will win first place. The shortest string will win third. Lowest average score will be our winner. Largest average score, meaning if you averaged around third place, will be our loser.
Okay.
Our loser is going to have to do a photo shoot where they showcase their different facial reactions.
We love that,
Bro.
And then we'll post those photos on our socials later.
Okay.
This is we're gonna have to really
don't like
tap
my odds.
into. We got to get back into our wrestling bag from high school.
From high school,
Yeah.
yes. I got to tap into when I was
I
17
need to do
again.
some sprawls or something.
I'm going on 30, but
That's
let's
right.
imagine I'm 17 again trying to be a wrestler.
All right, dude. Well, hey, let's start with this ruler challenge, right?
Let's do it, baby.
Really
David-
channel the fast twitch muscle fiber.
That's
See how
right,
fast y'all
that's
can
right.
Clap.
No. It's me first.
You first.
Oh dang.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna go. Let's see. Let's do hands shoulder width apart, and then we can do. It needs to start at the level of. Here, hold on a second.
1. There you go. Ooh, that boy good. What'd you get?
I got 24.
24. Okay, cool. Let's go, baby.
Hey, that low key hurt my hand a little bit, but
The boy soft.
here we go. I know. Sam's like, I
Balls.
broke my hand in the 3rd round of my last fight, and then I finished the guy. So,
Man up. He's like the David Goggins of this podcast.
shoulder width apart.
Hold on. I gotta be the ruler. 1 second.
Me.
That was good. That was 13.
Oh.
I done backhanded a couple people in my lifetime. Y'all see it? Y'all see it?
Oh, he said.
I got you.
All right.
Here we go.
Sam, don't break the ruler, bro.
Oh, that was. Okay, 15.
Oh.
15. Guys, I got cooked.
Dude, good job. We're gonna get this man getting a photo shoot.
Yo, how do I even
popping.
recover from that? I got to win this next game.
Yeah, you have to come in
You gotta
first.
dominate.
Oh, man. Okay, well.
Oh, okay.
Get
What's
it going,
next?
Nate.
The ball? Mm-hmm. All right. I'm not going first on this. David, you're going first on this, dude.
Okay, got you.
Yeah,
Put
good
this-
Good luck with this. These are hard.
I haven't fully wrapped my head around.
Well, you about to
What this
fully
is.
wrap it around your head.
Okay, pause.
No, not a pause. Okay. What you got to do is you got to basically just lift that up and then just start punching it. And you're going to have
As it
3.
comes, like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. And you have both hands here. I'm going to hold that for you. Yeah. I'm going to put it down. And you got to get enough in a row.
Okay.
All right, we're going to hype you up.
Can you drop it for me?
Are you ready? Hey, bro, don't hit me in my face. I'm sitting down.
Not that loud.
All right, you ready?
You get one.
And go. 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 1,
Oh, shoot.
2. Nah, 5's your best. He got 5. He got 5. Dang, dude.
This is hard.
All right, Sam, you're next.
I'm next this time.
You're next.
Brother.
Oh man, guys, I'm about to have to make
I'm
dumb
actually gonna back up
faces
for a
on
second
camera.
Oh my
here.
gosh.
Yo, no, dude, I'm not being right there.
5's the number to beat, right?
Yes.
Just
Yes.
6, I can stop.
And you get three. And you get three chances. Three chances.
I'm okay with second place.
All right, let's go. 1.
You got it, bro. You got it.
1, 2, 3. Oh, 3.
All right.
1.
No.
He's got 3.
Let's go.
He got 3. All right, I got to beat 3.
No, you just.
No, actually, I might have to do better than. I might have to beat David in order to not get.
Nah, bro, you ain't got me. Well, you got 5. All right, let's see what's up.
I've even used these things before, and that might have been my personal high right there at 3.
You've only gotten 2 before. That's crazy.
Watch, he's out
Oh,
here.
hold up. I thought that was good at first. Let's get it, baby. Come on.
There's 2.
You got it.
You got money Mayweather
Ready?
over here.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ooh, he about uppercutted himself.
All right, I only got 2.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that boy got hands. That boy got hands.
Oh my God!
Let's go. He got hands.
Okay.
What's up? Wait, okay. So I got 6, so that means I'm first place in this one, but I got third place last time. So
Yeah, so that means that your overall score would be 4. You came in third and first.
Okay.
David, you came in first or second
first
and
what?
first, so that's 3.
Ooh.
And Sam,
Come on, Sam loses.
Sam, I think
Oh,
you came
man.
in third and second, which means 5. So you're
Oh
a loser.
no!
Honestly, there's no better outcome because it's Smiling Sam, baby. He's going to be great
Smiling
for the
Sam,
photo
I'm
shoot.
trying to see the different faces. That's what I'm trying to
I
do.
was gonna say it's like different variations of smiling. Be
All right,
sad.
so we're gonna do this photo shoot now, then, huh?
Yeah, let's do the photo.
All right, you got a camera? I can't use my phone; it's almost full.
Yeah, I do, actually. Give me 1 second.
This is gonna be.
We'll use my iPad.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, true. Just take some screen grabs. All right, David, let's direct this as we do.
I got it.
Wow, they're both up for this. That's crazy.
They're gonna use like words I don't know. It's like I need you to be stoic.
All right, Nam. All
What?
right. So,
We're gonna start. We need to start off easy. So
all right,
let-
Nate, you're directing. I'm shooting. Just let me know what you need.
yeah, let's do it. All right. Okay, so you're gonna be looking directly into here. So first, this is gonna be super simple for you. We need to smile. Smile. There we go. You're so happy. All right, now, you stepped on a cockroach. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, how about this? Let's see.
Depressed, sad. It's the Great
You're
Depression.
so sad. It's the Great
And
Depression.
you have to work a 17-day shift. 17 days. It's not sad enough. It's not sad enough yet. You're super happy to work that much. I'm surprised. There you go.
Okay, here we go. A rift just opened up in the sky and God himself emerged. All right, the angriest face you can make. You're so mad, dude. Yes. All right, one more. David, what you got?
Okay, you're
I gotta take my inner Broly.
Harriet Tubman just came to save you.
Okay.
You got to tap into your inner black. You got it, bro.
You're free. Yes,
There we go. Yeah.
Photo shoot complete, dude.
Similar to the Jesus one.
That's right. That's so good. That was
Harriet
so
Tubman
good,
and
dude.
Jesus. Same level.
This is so funny because I just saw a video. Did you see? They did something similar with Alex Pereira. Have you seen that video? I forgot what the. Where
He only has the one
Yeah,
face.
he had the one face. They said happy though he smiled, but it was just that one face. Yeah, that's awesome. Sam, dude, I'm so happy that you're here, bro.
Yeah, man.
What's so funny is, I'm a big fan of the UFC. So are my friends here. David a little bit less so, but he watches the
watching
fights
it,
with me
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
But I found you on TikTok. You had tagged Murfreesboro as like the location, so it got served up to me because we both live here. And I was like, what? Like Sam lives in Murfreesboro, and come to find out you're 10 minutes down the road from me. So you agreed to hop on and meet me for coffee. We met at Brass Horn and chatted about some things we had going on, and now we're here. So first off, I appreciate you just being willing enough to take opportunities and, be willing to do this with us. So
No, absolutely. Saying yes to stuff just leads to great opportunities to lose to people at stuff.
let's go.
No, it was great, and you were wonderful to meet the first time, and I've been. So it's been so far so good here too.
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go.
Dude, I seen that you had a podcast yourself. You said you filmed or recorded one this morning.
Yeah, not so much a podcast as just a YouTube channel that I'm running myself. I'm the star and the editor of all of it.
That's sick, dude. We didn't know that going into this, so it's kind of cool that you're already practicing yourself, if that's the right word. You know what I mean?
I just got monetized last month on it, which was fantastic.
Hey,
congrats.
Us too, dude. Let's go.
Yeah,
let's
congratulations. Yeah, and I've had a good time. There's quite the learning curve. TikTok is one thing. TikTok's easy. Like you just pump out a minute video and you're good to go. YouTube is like you have to have an idea. You have to be able to express the idea and make someone entertained by it enough for 12 to 20 minutes. So that's been challenging, but I'm starting to find my groove in it.
No, we love that. I mean, I feel like YouTube has provided such a great platform. We've talked about this on the podcast before, but it allows for a format for experts in any field to have another way to make money by sharing their expertise, which is really cool. So people are going to want to tune in to Sam Alvey's, content around fighting and UFC commentary. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's really, really dope.
I'm interested on the origin of that. What kind of brought you to that conclusion? I'm going to create a YouTube channel. I'm going to give my commentary after your career in MMA.
It was really TikTok. I didn't want to get on TikTok 4 years ago or whenever it was. I had no interest in it. And a mother, one of the students I was teaching, said, "You got to do it. You would love it, Sam. You got to." I checked it out, and I was addicted to it immediately. Like it was like, well, this is all I'm ever going to do from now on. And I just got really into it. I started growing my channel on that, and I've got a pretty. I'm getting close to 200,000 on there, but I couldn't express everything I wanted to do in the little. I mean, TikTok has changed the attention spans of everyone on the planet. We're now good for 15-second clips, and I wanted to be able to do more than that. So I'm taking what I'm doing on TikTok, but expanding it more for my YouTube.
Gotcha. So I watched a couple of clips. I know you do some commentary on. I've seen some commentary about some news in the UFC world. What is kind of I guess, if you can put it in your own words, the rubric for what you're trying to do on the channel? Is it reactions? Is it commentary? Expand on that for me.
So a lot of the behind the scenes stuff in the UFC, people don't know about. They know what happens on screen, and that's all they know about. I have had one of the longest careers of any fighter ever in the UFC, but in fighting in general. I've had over 80 fights, 25 fights in the UFC. I've been with the organization for 10 years. If something has happened in there, I've probably been part of it at one point or another. And so kind of pulling the curtains back and just giving the scope of what happens back there, what has been done in the UFC backstage that people might not otherwise know about. And that's really where I've been focusing a lot. I got a couple other ideas coming up. Like I said, the YouTube, it's all encompassing. You can make it all happen. And being as I still compete, I'm the karate combat champion and all that. I've got more ideas I'm putting together, but right now it's just trying to open the doors on what it takes to be in the UFC, in front of the cameras and behind them.
I love that, man. And the UFC does a really good job of, with their media stuff, all the embedded thing, like they really build the stories and the lead ups. And I remember us chatting and you were telling me that the weight cut is just the hardest part. You were like, the fight is not nearly as bad as the weight cut. And it seems like a lot of people say that as well. So like even something as simple as that, you're cutting weight, but you don't realize, like an average person doesn't realize how much weight you're cutting and what you're doing to your body in order to get it to be in that place where you can be, so
yeah,
that's why
the internet loves it when I get hurt, loves it when anyone gets hurt. That's like the videos that do the best is when something is damaged on me. And weight cut is you're just intentionally damaging yourself for, a short time, hopefully a short time. And so I've had so many weight cuts, some really good ones, some really bad ones. And I've been able to take the guys behind the scenes as to what I'm doing to make the weight cut suck a little less. And people have loved that as well, watching those videos and seeing the results and seeing me make weight and seeing, there have been a couple times when I get out of the bath where I'm cutting weight and I tell my wife who's helping me, I said, "Bro, I'm not making weight, I'm done." And it just collapse on the bed and then have her say, "Suck it up, you Nancy, get back in there." And stuff like that people don't see. They might have heard stories about, but I'm doing the best I can to film it as much as I can as I'm doing it.
Yeah, something that I heard recently was just the fact also that during the weight cut, that's when they're doing all of the media day stuff, like they're doing all the press conferences and stuff like before the fights?
Yeah,
a lot of times
in the UFC they do. So every UFC fighters and fighters in general, we know the weight cut happens the morning of the weigh-ins. So if it's Friday morning, the weight cut is only Friday morning. The rest of the week is you're just getting ready to cut weight. You're cutting back. I mean, honestly, you're drinking a ton of water all week. You're water loading, but you're cutting back on what you're eating. You're cutting back on the food you're eating, stuff like that. I don't consider that the weight cut. With the UFC at least, most of the media stuff happens before the weight cut.
Okay.
The day before.
Okay.
Then the day of the weight cut, nobody touches me. Nobody does anything.
So you're controlling your eating and everything, but that last day is where you're draining your body of fluids, basically.
Yeah. You're getting as close to death as you can get without crossing that line.
Man, that's tough.
I want to pivot here for a second because one thing that me and Nate love to chat about is we like to get to kind of the brass tacks, the details into what makes someone do the things they do, whether it be creative, whether it be physical, whether it be something like comedy, which I guess fits into the creative realm in some sort. We like to figure out what are some of the things that they apply to their craft that a regular viewer, even a connoisseur, wouldn't even know about, right? And I'm curious, like, you said you're the karate combat champion. You were in the UFC. What are some of the things that, for instance, me and Nate do video, and he's a rapper, and for a lot of times when we're going into a project, I'm looking at music videos, I'm looking at films, I'm looking at all these things that get me into the right energy, the right mindset to like get ready for this project. I'm wondering for you, what is that?
Yeah, so what got me into fighting to begin with was Jackie Chan and the Ninja Turtles. I never watched boxing, didn't know anything about.
That's awesome.
The UFC, knew nothing about it, but I love that stuff. And I was just a good old boy in Wisconsin, corn-fed and all that. So me and my buddies, we'd, just fight, throw pine cones at each other and block it, almost Dragon Ball Z style there. And we just see cartoons and movies like that, and we would do that. To this day, during every camp, I watch Jackie Chan movies constantly. I'm a Star Wars nerd, so I watch Star Wars every fight camp. But it's the Jackie Chan movies I would watch Star Wars anyways. The Jackie Chan movies, I watch those the week of my fight. I watch everything I can.
That is awesome.
Oh,
it gets your mind right.
Oh, it gets me ready to move.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna do that this time, and then I never do that. But in my mind,
that's
I'm going
lit,
to.
dude. That's lit. Yo, that's the perfect pivot because we have a question for you. What is the most famous or your favorite movie fight scene?
Oh, so it is a Jackie Chan movie. The best Jackie Chan movie ever made. Everyone says Rumble in the Bronx. That's not it. That's number 2. Number 1 is the Legend of the Drunken Master. Number 2. The first one was like real old Chinese-y. The second one was much more Americanized, still Chinese, but much more Americanized. And the movie's incredible. But that's not the best fight scene. That's the best fight movie.
Okay.
The best fight scene, it's in a Jackie Chan movie called Gorgeous. The movie itself is not very good, but there's a fight scene in there. I don't even know how to explain it. It was almost breakdancing with it, like both guys, Jackie Chan and the other guy. And the other guy was, if you've ever seen the movie, I'd recommend it. It's not a great movie, but it's some really good fight scenes. The other guy was really short, and it was just part of the movie. And apparently in real life, he was a world champion kickboxer as well. And they just choreographed it so well. I mean, I love that fight scene. It's one of my favorite that I've ever seen.
Dang, we got to go watch that, dude, because I don't think I've seen that movie. You said it's called Gorgeous?
Gorgeous, yeah.
Gorgeous.
Do you know the name of the short fighter? The actor?
No, I do every time I watch it. I Google it and then I forget.
Dude, why is it your favorite? What about that scene in the fighting style or whatever? What makes it your favorite?
It's so much faster than every other fight scene. Like Jackie Chan was always real good because he did everything himself. So he kind of had, at this point, he's done it 10,000 times. He knows what a fight looks like or a screen fight looks like. And this other guy knew what a fight looks like. And they just made it work together so well. It was just so fast paced. And it was long. It wasn't a one and done, karate chop this and then it was over. It was like a 5-minute fight scene with this guy, and it was just so well done.
That's awesome. The reason I asked is because I was wondering because Tony Jaa.
Yeah, I love it.
That's one of our favorites. Is Ong
Bak.
Yeah,
Ong Bak. It's got the 5.5-minute fight scene. It was the longest fight scene ever recorded. It was on my list of greatest ever. He's going up the stairs at the end, right? And he's fighting on the staircase going up.
Insane, yes.
Oh,
that joint is crazy. I also remember I remember when he jumped off the second story and just with the knee down. Or didn't he do a backflip off an elephant?
Yes, bro. That whole movie's insane, dude.
Yeah.
He slept on, bro.
That's ridiculous.
In the history of fight.
Oh, he's incredible. I just watched John Wick 4 the other day. I believe Tony Jaa's in that movie.
No way, seriously?
I believe he is. I know the guy from Ip Man, which is also another incredible.
Yeah, Ip Man is
right.
crazy
1,
too.
2, 3, and 4. They're all awesome. Ip Man is the head protagonist or bad guy, anyways, in the movie. You know, the blind guy.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I believe Tony Jaa's in it as well.
Dang, dude, I did not recognize that. I wish I would have.
Yeah, I didn't recognize Ip Man until afterwards. It's like, oh, that is him, isn't it? That movie blew my socks off. I didn't know. I've liked the other 3. They were okay. Number 4 was incredible.
It was so beautiful too.
Oh,
like the
Every
scenes in it
facet,
were.
bro.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like they know what movie they're making.
Yeah.
And they make that the best. Like the
Yeah.
fighting, the action,
Yeah.
the falling, John Wick surviving ungodly fall. Like it's just ridiculous, dude.
Yeah. Oh, it was the movie was just it was amazing. It's like, oh my, and it was 2.5 hours long, which is like that's a long time for an action movie, and it didn't feel like it. It's like, man, I wish there's another half hour fighting in there. It was fantastic.
yeah. No, that's awesome. Yo, we're sitting here with the Karate Combat Champion of the world, and we wanted to just. You mind if we throw a little clip of you winning that title?
I'd be insulted if you didn't.
And I do not want to insult Sam Alvey, so
not
let's
do that,
roll that
please.
clip, please.
There you go. Outside track. Yeah! There you go. Second he kicks, you throw that jab. Beautiful. Go, Sam. Hit him. Finish him. You got him right here. Sam, your punches off his kicks are perfect. Keep it up. You're landing every time he throws his kick. There you go. Yeah, beautiful. Go.
So we have a little segment we wanted to do with you where we break down
You're not ready.
some MMA positions, you know what I'm saying? And so we have a series of photos here. We want you to take a look at them and let us know what is happening in these photos from a technical perspective.
North-south, isn't it?
Let's see what we got in
If you're an
here.
audio listener, go to our YouTube channel, Thieves, to view these photos on the video.
That's right.
All right.
All right, open this bad boy up. Let's start with number 1. What's going on in this photo here?
Yeah, so he's going for a triangle, but he doesn't quite have it. So if you look at the guy who's on his feet, he's got the left hand. It's the elbow is behind the butt.
Okay.
So the armbar is not there, and the triangle isn't quite there, but he's trying to get it. Guy who's standing up, he's real close to getting out of this.
What's that? What's it?
Okay.
Okay, got you. You said it was an armbar?
No, it's a triangle choke.
triangle.
He's trying to
Got
go
you.
for a triangle.
Yeah,
Okay.
the triangle, but with the triangle, there's always an armbar there too.
Oh, okay, I
Because
see.
his right hand there is the elbow is behind his cup. It's not there.
Now, how much weight do you think this guy could lift with just his neck?
When that adrenaline's, raging,
You see
can
that?
lift a lot.
You see what I'm
Yeah,
talking
oh,
about?
yeah.
He's got that Broly
his
neck, bro.
neck is unreal.
That man's different.
That's crazy.
Okay. What's going on here, bro?
So that's called a spladle.
A spladle.
Yep, that's a spladle, and they're super embarrassing. It is a wrestling
Pause.
move more than anything else. It doesn't necessarily hurt. It doesn't feel good, but it doesn't hurt. It's a spladle. You see that in wrestling move.
So what is the guy in the blue? So clearly he's in somewhat of a dominant position over this guy because he's just ass in the air. What is the guy in the blue trying to do from here? So he's got him in this position. Is he just trying to avoid taking damage, or
Looks
is
like
he
he's trying to rip his gooch in half. That's what it looks like.
It's real hard to hurt somebody from there. Really,
Yeah,
he's
okay.
just embarrassing him. He's controlling him. There's not much he's going to do to be able to finish this. Like I said, it doesn't feel great. But
spladle, dude?
Yeah, when that adrenaline's pumping, it's you.
Spladle.
It won't hurt. You You'll never get anyone to tap.
He looks like he's just stretching him out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He's giving him a good stretching.
And honestly, if you look at it, red shorts, you know, the spladle B, he looks like, I think he can hit.
He looks like he's trying to punch him. He's looking for it. He's headhunting.
Yeah, I think red shorts has a better shot of hurting blue shorts at this point.
All right. Spladle and scrotum are just way too close.
Yeah, that's true. All right, let's see what this next one is. All right, now this one, now don't tell me this is any sort. Who is in the dominant position here? Honestly,
so they actually made a movie about this. This is like 3 movies. It was called Human Centipede.
It was based off this movie.
I believe it was based. Yeah,
it's a combat movie, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of combat in that movie.
That's hilarious, bro.
So okay, so this is like a modified north-south situation
I have no
with
idea
the.
what this is. This is. Yeah, I couldn't tell you how they got here.
Question: what do I have to do for you to do that to me?
Hey, $20 is $20.
I got 10.
That's crazy though, because even though I'm sure this is just a snapshot of a moment that was, you know, they were transitioning probably in some ways, but this dude's face is just buried in his ass.
Yeah, it's in there.
He's okay. All right, what we got?
I couldn't tell you what's happening.
Okay,
what we got next?
It looks like he just got suplexed.
It does.
Yeah, Black Trunks had his back, lifted him over his head, slammed him on his shoulders and neck. You don't see him often, especially not at the UFC level. Actually, my first win in the UFC was the guy tried to suplex me, but they're real easy to stop. You just lock your leg around him. And so I locked my leg around him. He yeeted himself, and I fell on him. I knocked him out with my ass.
No way.
Yo!
That man Sam Alvey cheeked up.
Dylan Andrews.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. And
all right.
You don't see them often because they're easy to stop, but he got it.
I think we have a few more.
I think we do have a few more, right?
Let's see.
What we got here?
That's called, it's only gay if you make eye contact. So if you can, if
Okay.
you see their eyes are closed.
That's true.
Completely straight.
So Nate, we can do that. We just don't have to open our eyes.
Yes.
Oh.
I told you that, bro.
Yes.
Thanks for that confirmation.
Well, yeah, I appreciate you for letting us know that.
Dana White, though, in the back, though, he's grinning pretty big. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He's
Also, Joe Rogan looks like he's trying to get in on the action, but
Dude,
like,
yeah, this photo is so intimate.
why does Joe look at the determination in his
we got
eyes?
a camera here. He's zoomed
Yeah.
in. He's
I can see
6 inches away. You don't need a camera for that.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Ugh.
Yeah,
All right.
they're making
What else we
memories.
got in here?
Love is love.
That's well, what's that number? It's just under 70. 69.
Balls.
I believe that's what it's called.
Yeah. And so, who? I mean, the person on top is probably winning.
Yeah. If you're on top, you're winning. And I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure you can hit somebody with your cup.
Wow.
I haven't practiced. Nobody has ever told me in
That
a
is
fight
crazy,
I'm not
dude.
allowed to.
So he could. So technically, he could just start. He could just start working them hips, dude. He could just start humping his face and crushing that dude's nose with his cup.
Now,
This is getting out of hand.
Dan Henderson has done it to me once, and it was terrible. Dan Henderson's my coach. We were sparring, and he thought it'd be hilarious if you hit me with his cup. But it was just like him humping me.
Dang, bro.
Yeah,
Well, let me ask you another question
I
about
hate
this
the moment.
position. Are you in the UFC? Do they require you to shower?
No.
So this could also be. I mean, if you wanted to just not shower for a week
Oh, yeah.
leading up to it, knowing that you're going to go into a north-south position, you could just you break their will.
100%. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good
Tap out
technique.
due to smell.
Okay, all right. What we got next?
See. I'm very curious about these.
That's just it looks like he either just won. So he's got back mount. He either just won, and that's DDP, the new middleweight
DDP,
champion.
dude.
Yeah. My guess would be the bell just rang. He just won. He knows he just won, and he's celebrating. Or, oh boy, he just tapped out, and he's on his way off.
That's what it looks like. I think that's Darren Till, right? Is that Darren Till?
Oh, but yeah, it does look
I think that was okay.
Yeah.
What we got next? What?
Ooh.
Yeah. What's
Look at those five.
What about this one?
Yeah.
what's going on here, dude?
Is this a face-off that you did at one point, or?
Yeah. So, man, that's an old photo. We weren't even engaged yet at that point.
Let's go.
It's kind of the who wore it best situation. I think she did. But
That's wifey right there.
We had to find
so
out.
that's wifey.
Yeah.
That's
awesome,
wifey,
yeah.
dude. Let's go. All right, let's see this last one. All right, now this is the one we really need to explain. What kind of fight technique is this?
If you got it, flaunt it. That's
I respect
that's what we
that.
call
I
it.
respect that.
Hey, I'll say this, David. That ass has knocked somebody out.
It has.
Now
He said it.
It makes
He
sense.
said it.
When Nate sent the photo to me, I was like, okay, body yaddy yaddy. But it makes sense now.
Well, dude,
I was working before it was cool.
let's go, man. Well, hey, thanks for breaking down some of those little sus
Talking about
MMA
breaking down, if
positions.
you had the video what was happening, I was breaking it down.
Bro, I'm trying to find the video.
I want to see it now.
Yeah, we got to go check that video out,
My
dude.
email is dpiersaul@gmail.com.
Man, so okay, here's something interesting. Recently, there has been this is just in the news cycle in the rap world. A rapper named Lupe Fiasco kind of put rapper Kid Cudi on blast a little bit for how he was treated. I'm not going to get super deep into the actual minutia of it because it wasn't that interesting. But basically, Lupe was going off on Kid Cudi for some stuff that happened in the past, and they ended up squashing the beef and overcoming it. But rap is full of beef. You know, you see that all the time. You've got Drake is, you know, damn near beefing with everybody at any given time. And sometimes you see it in the UFC too.
Drake just cost my boy a title fight last night.
What?
Yeah.
What happened?
There's the Drake curse.
Dude,
Wait,
the Drake,
what?
yeah, the Drake curse is real, dude.
Wait, I don't know anything about
So
this.
the Drake curse is everybody that Drake bets on stake ends up losing.
Yeah, and it's like
Even if he's betting on, I mean, he bet on Izzy when Izzy lost.
he bet
to
on Sean when Sean lost, and Sean, I thought he won. It was a good fight. I thought he won, but he lost, and it was Drake's fault.
Bro, we just need to cancel Drake.
Can
We need to
boycott
cancel
that,
him.
man?
Yeah.
I did not
That's-
know that was a
He
thing.
bet $700,000 on Sean to win, and I felt Sean won. Two of the judges didn't.
Yeah, dude, next time you go into your fight, you need to at Drake and say,
Drake.
bet on my opponent.
Say the hell
You
away
know what I
from me.
mean? Yeah,
It's
that's
a part
right.
of
That's
his
right.
strategy.
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
That'll give you that extra power. No, but with all this beef, though, I know sometimes, you know, I know in the UFC, there's a lot of, on the media front and the personality front, you have a lot of, you know what I'm saying, building up the hype around the fights. You got these fake kind of beefs. But I was curious if you could break down any of the beefs that were like real. Maybe there's I know that the Khabib and Conor one, like that was pretty, there was some bad blood there. But historically, do you remember any that where you were like, wow, that was actually kind of crazy?
Personally, you know.
Or personally too, but
I'm smiling, Sam. Everyone loves me.
let's go.
Most of the time, the beefs are fake. Conor McGregor is the one guy that I truly believe everyone dislikes that fights him. Like, I don't think he has made any fans. You know, after he gets his hand raised, like Strickland and DDP were fighting until the fight happened, and they were patting each other on the back.
Right.
Conor, they don't pat each other on the back. Conor wins, and the people are dead to him.
Yeah.
And I think that's the case with Conor. Most people, yeah, they get over it. They're just trying to sell a fight. Most people are just trying to steal what Conor McGregor does. And Conor does it better than them.
Right.
And they need to stop because they don't do it as well as Conor does. It's like Chael Sonnen and Conor McGregor were the two people that could sell a fight by talking.
Yeah.
Everybody else is trying to be Conor McGregor or Chael
true.
Sonnen, and they're all coming up short.
Yeah. Now that makes sense. I mean, I remember John Jones and DC had a pretty
Those two
had a
hate
pretty
each
serious
other.
rivalry for a while.
Man, they started biting at each other again here this last few days. They don't like each other. And Jones beat DC twice, but Jones cheated at least once, was caught cheating at least once, probably twice, but you didn't catch him on the first time. And so Jones keeps bringing up how he beat him, and DC says, "Yeah, you're cheating, whatever."
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's a real one too.
Okay, so all right, Jones, DC, Conor, and Habib, and then Chael Sonnen. Did he have? Now, was he just a talker? He just like instigated, or did he actually have real beef with any one particular person?
He was just a talker, but he made the other people have real beef with him.
Yeah. Okay.
He was-
hey man.
I mean,
Yeah, he's smooth with the words too. Yeah.
Oh, he is just next level. I have been watching him for just trying to absorb any of his charisma, or Riz, as the kids say.
Yeah, let's go, dude. Shout out Greg, the Rizzler.
That boy Greg Rizzer.
He just has this way he can just think on the fly, and I am sure he must practice in the bathroom mirror. Like, look at the bath, just look at himself. Say, this. He just comes off so smooth every time he says it. He is
does.
the best that's ever been at it.
He man, his post fight speeches and stuff are always kind of crazy.
Yeah, I love listening to him talk. I love when he had a fight. I could care less about him wrestling somebody, which is what he would do.
Yeah.
But just hearing the build up to it, I just wanted to hear everything he had to say. And he never had any beef, but he made
a lot of people mad.
Everybody else on that mic.
Yeah, yeah.
He made
That's
people
so true.
hate him.
That's so true.
You're smiling, Sam. So you said you don't have any. Everyone loves you. Was that something that came naturally, or did you hone that name for yourself?
No, it was. I never meant to be a fighter. Like I said, I was a band nerd. I played trumpet for 20-something years. I didn't know about the UFC. I didn't know about boxing. I didn't know about anything. I was just a happy dude.
Yeah.
So I started fighting, and you're pretty good, and you smile a lot, and it's Smile and Sam kind of works together. The one thing I did do wrong is it was before. God, I've been fighting such a long time. It was before everything. It was like before Facebook, before Instagram, and so being the old millennial that I am, I'd spell my name Smile '' N because it looked cooler. But now on social media, nobody knows how to spell it that way.
Yes.
They all go IN at the end and say, no, it's E''. But yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And so that was a mistake. I should have gone IN instead of '' Smile and but
Dude, I had the same issue. My rap name used to be Illuminate.
okay.
And every time people would try to search it, it would be like Illuminati, or like people didn't know how to spell it, or it was too long, or like it would get confused with some other thing. And so sometimes that rebrand, and you just have to learn those types of things, you know what I'm saying? Because you want to make it easy for people to be able to grasp onto it. So I was going to ask you about that, the trumpet thing, because I read that you played the trumpet. We were actually going to try to get a hold of a trumpet to have you play a little something for us.
Told me I still have mine.
Man, I should have. I wanted to surprise you, but I couldn't. I did want to surprise you, but unfortunately we couldn't get a hold of one. But hey, maybe we'll have to do this again sometime down the road and get a little Sam
I'm having
Alvey.
a great time, dude. I would love to do it again.
Yeah.
You're a really cool dude.
I'll play your background track on.
Yes, dude. Let's go. So my brother is he plays saxophone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Tenor
Okay,
sax,
okay.
dude.
Let's go.
So we might need to do a little Sam Alvey, Greg Brownfield.
I'll
you
shoot
know
the
what I'm
video.
saying?
I'll shoot the video.
We'll
I
shoot
got
the
you
video,
guys.
and I'll rap, dude, and y'all could play the horns to the.
It's a Pimp a Butterfly Part 2 featuring Nate Rose.
Let's go.
I haven't played my trumpet in like 17 years. Like I started fighting and I think it was like $250 on my first fight. So, all right, done with the trumpet. Trumpet wasn't playing anything. So I still have it and I can remember enough of it, but I can't play like I used to.
Hey, man, that's okay. I feel like if you've got 20 years of experience, that muscle memory is still going to be there. It's going to be impressive to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It might do that. It might do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, Sam, I really respect you a lot. Just getting to know you in the little time that I have about, your brand with Smiling Sam. I wanted to kind of go back to that for a second because I'm very curious, like, where does that come from? I think I don't want to get too deep into it, but we live in a world where it's like the positivity is, I think, of the utmost importance. Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering, where does that originate for you? Like, where does that happiness come from?
Yeah. So the joke I always say is Google my wife. You'll see why I smile.
That's a great answer.
Yeah. But I really am just a happy guy. It is so much easier to see the good in things than it is to whine about stuff. And the internet has made it so much more profitable and easy to whine about stuff. Because like I said earlier, people love watching me get hurt. They love it. I think the first viral video I had on TikTok was I had a callus break on my foot. And they hurt so bad.
Jeez.
It's just terrible. I said, this is what really hurts out of a fighter. And the video blew up. So, okay. And it's so much easier to like the bad things or to pay attention to the bad things. And it's just never been the case. Almost to a fault in me. It's like, if it's bad, I don't ever think about it again, which can be negative because you should know it's there. But I never had it, never focused on it. I never stayed with me. So that was always just kind of who I am. And I've just let it continue being that way. And then also I am a true and devout Christian, have been always. And it is such a fun feeling having God in my corner at all moments of all days, because what's the worst that's going to happen? Nothing. The worst that happens, I get hit by a meteor and I'm gone. I'm in heaven the rest of forever. And whatever else happens on this world, on this earth, I believe it can be accomplished by me because it is in front of me. And it is by God's plan that whatever hardships I come through, like leaving the UFC, I have had a decade in the UFC. My life and my expenses and my house and my everything was built on the income I was making with the UFC. Not with the UFC. My income went from a lot to nothing. And so we figured it out. And God wouldn't I could have stressed out about it. I could have freaked out about it. But I know deep down, if it was meant to be, it was put here because the good Lord said, you can handle this. Now we're handling it.
That's awesome, man.
Dang, bro, I'm going to start crying in this mug, bro.
Hey, you know what I think is especially cool about that is that, you know, you talk about the internet and this kind of like feedback loop of negativity, and you are able to stay happy through it all, but you're doing something, you're fighting people. You're getting punched in your face. You're taking, you know what I'm saying, presumably knocked out. You know what I'm saying? You're in a situation where you're experiencing really, really difficult things, yet your default mode is happy. And I think that's just a testament to, like, I guess the power of that belief system too, because, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you got people on the internet complaining about, you know, another person believes hurts their feelings so much that, you know, it's like, yo, you got to get a little stronger than that.
Right.
Yo, so that's awesome, man.
One of my favorite stories or experiences in the UFC, I hold the record for most fights in a year. It's between me, Cowboy Cerrone, and Angela Hill. We all had 6 in a year, but I got there 2 months faster than them. Anyway, I like bragging about that.
Let's go, dude.
I started off, I lost to Derek Brunson. I was shooting up the ranks, doing great. I fought Derek Brunson. I got beat by him. I was like, oh, no. So I need that rebound fight. With fighting, if you lose, you make half your paycheck. You get your show money, and there's a bonus if you win. I didn't get my bonus. So, okay, money's tight, we're fine. I got the next fight lined up, and I was supposed to fight this guy. Sean Strickland, he actually broke my jaw in camp. Like, it was just a little kick, and it split my teeth down the middle. Had to pull out of a fight. And you had to get the surgery. I was wired shut for 6 weeks, which is miserable. And you're not allowed to, you're not supposed to fight or compete for 6 months after that. So now I just lost a fight. It was 2 months post-fight, and now I have 6 months I'm not allowed to work. And it's like, oh, God, this is terrible. Oh, my goodness. And then I fought Elias Theodorou. It was a terrible fight. It was, rest in peace, Elias. Terrible fight. He just he outpointed me. He kicked at me and kind of ran away the whole time. It was just really boring. So now I lost 2 fights in a row, had to take time off because of an injury, and the second fight I lost was garbage. By all means, most people would have been cut. We stayed on him, and I was offered, hey, can you fight in 2 weeks? So, all right, I'm in. So I fought Eric Spicely, and then I beat him. He said, hey, can you fight in 2 more weeks? I said, okay, I'm in. And then I fought Kevin Casey. And then they said, all right, can you fight in a month? I said, I'm in. And so all of the hardship that was, and it was a really tough, call it 9 months. Like, I didn't know where the paycheck was coming from or where the money was coming from anymore. It was early in my UFC career. But because all that happened, I ended up fighting 6 times and winning all but the Elias fight in that time. It is what made my name in the UFC. Had my jaw not broken, I would have fought, I don't even remember the guy's name. I would have fought that guy. I would have won, and nobody would have remembered a thing because it was an undercard fight. But I didn't fight him. I got different fights, bigger fights I wanted faster. And I created a name for myself by fighting constantly. And it like you said, any hardship he puts in front of me, I will find a way, or he knows I know how to handle it.
That's awesome, dude. That's super cool.
Yo,
go ahead.
Before we move on, that's a common thing that I hear a lot with people who see even the smallest level of success is this. I know excuse me for, I'm definitely going to butcher some of the movies, but Michael B. Jordan had a similar testimony of, like, when he did his first movie, Fruitvale Station, it was like no money, and he was living with his mom. And then he did another one. I think it was like Fantastic Four. It was like a terrible movie. He did it. Yeah, he did another one, and he had, like, even then it's like a blockbuster film. He said that money it had to go to his mom. He was living with his mom, so he had to figure some stuff out. Then he did another one, another huge film. I think it was Creed or something like that at the time. But then it wasn't until he got into his Black Panther era. I mean, we're talking like the span of like 5 or 6 years before he started to see a real, genuine paycheck. But it was that constant, like, being out there and willing to do pretty much anything to get in there. And I see that a lot, and that resonates with us a lot. I think we're always. I mean, the podcast, for instance, is one of those ventures. So I love to hear that from someone who has seen success in that. So I appreciate you for sharing.
No, absolutely. It's a hard sport to make a living in. You can spend your whole life training to be a fighter, but the only way you make money in fighting is if you're in the UFC. There are some big fights that you might stumble into, but really a career is the UFC. And if if you don't get that last win that puts you in there, you don't get there. And then you've just wasted your entire life,
Right.
your entire adult life, learning something that's never going to pay off. And then you're got to figure out what to do from there. It's a hard sport to make a living out of. And you have to be able to see from all angles of what can be done and how to do it. And it's difficult to do, but just fall back into them, and what happens is supposed to happen.
Yeah. Well, we relate to that. I mean, me with music. I mean, it's really difficult to make a living from music.
Imagine,
And much like fighting, you spend so much of your time to get good enough to be able to monetize it with no real return. I mean, I'm sure, people are taking amateur fights for free and just trying to like start building a record, probably even local promotions. I mean, you mentioned making $250 for a fight. You know what I'm saying? So like, and that presumably was a pro fight because you got paid for it.
My pro fight, I've had pro fights where I made no money. I mean, literally, it was before regulations, before any of that. I just liked fighting.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to become a UFC fighter. Just this is $250. I'm in, and that was the way it was back then. I could fight all the time. The regulations came in, the commissions came in, and kind of ruined that for everyone.
Yeah.
It's way too expensive to put on fight cards. But back in the day, $250, I sounds great. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, man, that's wild. Well, dude, all right. Well, let's pivot one more time, man. I was thinking it would be kind of cool if you showed us how to do a proper rear naked choke. You know what I'm saying? Just because that's something we can do standing. You know what I'm saying? We could feel kind of what some of that pressure feels like. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely want to see you do it to David.
What?
I mean,
know this segment was on the podcast.
I just made it up.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll put you in a rear naked choke.
No. No. So basically what I want you to do is to kill David. No, I'm just playing.
Don't do that, please.
But no, okay, yeah. Teach us this
Thou
rear
shalt not
naked.
kill.
Yeah.
No. That's the King James version. That's not what he said. It was "Thou shalt
We're
not
going
murder."
off the Passion. The Passion translation.
"Thou shalt not murder."
That's right. That's right. All right. So show us what we need to know.
All right. So for your viewers, first, don't do this at home because funny story. I'll get into it. When I was a kid, I loved WWE. It was like what got me into everything. Just loved it. And I was taller than my brother at the time, so we'd do the rear naked choke. We'd pass out, and then we'd wake up, and I had to sit on the ledge because I was taller than him at the time. So he choked me, and he held it for a long time. I mean, way longer. And I went out. It was out. He let go. He said, I stood up, boom, and then fell face first into the ground. He said, I seized for, he said it was like 3 or 4 minutes.
Oh, dang, dude.
I woke up. Apparently, the buddies were there. I don't know, they ran away or something. I don't know what happened to them. I went into the bathroom, saw the mirror. My face was destroyed. Started crying, went to bed, got up the next morning.
Oh, my.
Wow, that sounds crazy.
Oh, my brother. My brother was younger than me just a little bit. He's bigger than me now, but he's younger then. He called my mom, and they told me afterwards. First thing he said is, "Don't worry, Mom. He's starting to remember things."
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
insane, dude.
Yo, that's crazy.
It's a movie scene right there.
Yeah, okay, all right. So we don't want that experience.
Please don't.
Sam, please.
No.
So kids, don't do it at home. It's dangerous. It'll kill people. So we won't do that. But I always tell her, don't do it at home. It looks cool, but it's you wake up and you feel great. I didn't. But most people, you wake up after just a few
it's like
seconds
you're a little
and
euphoric.
You feel amazing. It's like you just took a 30-minute nap. You just feel ready for the day.
Yeah.
All right, so let me show you how to choke each other.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Show us this proper form
All right, we're
on
good
David
standing,
first.
or stay sitting?
Yeah, let's.
All right, I won't show you.
I'll hold the microphone for you.
All right.
Nate will hold the microphone.
All right, so what I'm doing, I want my thumb, the blade of my thumb, it's going to follow that collarbone. I can put some pressure on his neck, make it uncomfortable for him. I'm coming around.
He's like, bro, just tap your shoulder.
You're locking onto the back of his shoulder. So if he starts pulling it down before I can get my other hand to it, it's hard for him to do. From here, I'm going to lock my hands together. And now to make it, I'll make it painful first. I'll do the choke next. To make it painful, I'm hiding my other elbow behind him. And I'm going to try, I always tell my students, I'm going to hide the other elbow now. So this is going to hurt a little bit. As I start hiding the other elbow behind it.
Oh, jeez.
And that is...
I'm tapping out immediately.
Oh yeah, that's the way to make it hurt. I'm just rocking that Adam's apple. Now, if I want to put him to sleep, it's a little different. Oh,
we're doing
that. Same thing.
No, don't put me to sleep.
I won't put you to sleep. Or you won't remember falling asleep. And no sliding the hands. I like grabbing the grip again.
Erase my memory.
I'm sliding up. Hand does not go on the top of the head. I'm hiding his hand behind his head.
Greg, help, bro.
I make a fist with this hand. I'm making a fist behind his neck. Boom. And now I just put a little pressure into everything.
Oh, no. And
you go quick. Here, you want to feel it? You want to feel it? Come on up.
Yeah,
Come on
Nate,
up.
it's you.
So we'll go a little faster. First one, following the neck around, locking it, hide my elbow, hide the other elbow. That's the one that hurts, right?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I can feel my Adam's apple just shooting into the right side of my neck.
Ew.
I love that one because I'm a jerk.
Yes, crank.
It's big. Yeah. The chokeout one, following it across, locking everything tight, sliding up, making a fist behind the head. And I just tighten everything.
Ooh, he tapped.
Nice and tight.
Oh, yeah.
That'll do it. That'll do it, man.
Wow, I
that
enjoyed that. That was great.
Greg,
wanna feel it? You wanna come on?
Greg,
Perfectly
come on.
fine.
Greg,
Let's get Greg in here.
Yeah.
Greg needs to feel it.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
I got you.
All right, show him the first one.
First one, the painful one. Falling across, lock those hands, hide my elbow here, hide this elbow then too. And that's the one that hurts.
It's no joke, bro.
All right, that's the one I start with. Next one, coming all the way across, locking those hands, sliding up. Hide my hand behind the head, make a fist. And then I tighten everything.
Let's go, dude.
That second one is
Yeah, that's,
both of them suck. But
yeah, and I'm sure that if he was really pulling it, like if you were really, I mean, you would just probably like 3-4 seconds. You're just boop.
yeah, it's
Goodbye.
One of my bigger TikTok videos, Justin Nunley, he's the listen guy. He's got 8 or 9 million. I had him corner me in a fight, and we were making videos. Hey Sam, I want you to choke me out. I said, are you sure? He said, yeah, it'll only be like 6 or 7 seconds. He's like, dude, it'll take 3 seconds. I said, no, there's no way. I said 3 seconds. And we went out there, we filmed it. I choked him out in 3 seconds, like exactly. And that's what it takes. You just got to cut off the blood, cut off the air, and they go out quick.
Yeah.
And you wake up feeling great. You wake up 5 seconds later and you feel like $1 million.
I've actually been choked out before, and I've been almost knocked out cold before. I did a little bit of MMA. We wrestled in high school, and I've done a little jiu-jitsu, little Muay Thai. So I have a little bit of experience there, but I got choked out before, like
no sir.
yeah, it's everything
No
just like
me gusta.
everything just like tunnels.
You're
It just
just-
you just like shrink into the back of your head, like you're just like woo, and then you're just gone, and then you wake up and you're like it's disorienting, but it's
Yeah, you
strange.
put it together real quick. I've never been knocked out, but I got choked out in one of my UFC fights, and you wake up, and thank God, everyone asked, did I win?
That's hilarious.
I didn't ask it. My boxing coach was looking over me, and I remember saying, well, it was a good career. I was convinced I was getting cut after this loss.
Oh no.
Oh, man.
It was a good career. And yeah, that was I've been choked out many more times, but only one time in front of millions of people.
Okay, all right.
Never been knocked out.
Never been knocked
wanna
out, dude.
experience that.
Yeah, I was sparring with somebody. This is what happened to me. I was sparring with somebody, and he was like a younger kid. He was like 15 or 16. I was like 22. Okay. But he always used to practice kicks. He was real flexible. You know what I'm saying? So he'd be doing question mark kicks and like real, you know. But anyway, we're sparring. He don't have shin guards on or nothing, and we're just messing around. You know, we're like, I like to light spar. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to do it professionally. So you know, I'm not doing the Sean Strickland method. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, let me just practice seeing things. But I think we just, as it goes, you just start going a little bit harder. Like somebody connects with something, and so we weren't even going that hard. But I think I caught him with like a jab as he was coming forward or something. And he just kicked me in my head out of nowhere, but hard though. Like he put shin to my jaw. And what happened? Like, so I just kind of like I got knocked down. So I don't think I was out cold in that sense, but I was like, next thing I knew, I was on the ground. And then I was so mad that I had to just leave because I was like, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. But anyway, I left, dude. And man, and I'm sure you've probably dealt with this, but I had like a knot kind of, you know what I'm saying, behind the jaw. And then like, man, I couldn't close my mouth for 3 days. So I was working a corporate job at the time. I was literally sitting in the office and I had sticky notes and I just put them in between my teeth because I couldn't close. Like it just is so uncomfortable to not be able to close your mouth properly.
So what that is, you dislocated your jaw.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah.
Man. He dislocated my jaw, kicked me in my face.
I didn't know
bro.
that second part.
Yeah. When I first moved from Wisconsin, where I grew up, to California, that's where Dan Henderson is. That's where I spent most of my entire UFC career. He caught me. It was like the first time I ever sparred. I didn't know who he was. Again, didn't know UFC. It was just Dan Henderson at his gym.
Yeah, Dan Henderson is also a savage.
Yeah, he
used to like kill people.
Oh no!
Like
ever been. He's in the list of people that could be.
Got you.
Yeah, he got me with his uppercut. Boom, blasted me, and I was talking sideways for everything feels wrong. But you don't have any money, so this is how I'm gonna live from now on. And it was like a week or so, and then you're back to normal, and you forget it ever happened.
Yeah, it was like that.
Yeah, and I've had it a couple times throughout my career, but that time I remember the most. Years later, my wife, you showed the photo of her there. She fights. Well, she doesn't fight. She spars. She might fight. We're working on that part. But she does everything as well, has trained just as much. It happened to her, but she doesn't take it like I did. She figured out what was wrong with her so she could fix it. And she apparently it's a dislocated jaw. So I went like 10 years not knowing what had happened to me, and it happened to her once. She figured it out.
So you just enlightened me, though.
Yeah,
let's go, dude. Passing it on down.
Dang, dude.
He said you can leave it alone; it'll go back eventually, or you can add chiropractic can sometimes grab it and put it where it wants to be.
Yeah, I'll tell you though, it was not fun, and I can only imagine, seeing what the. Okay, let me ask you about this then. The recovery after the fight. So you see them get beat up in the moment. I'm sure there's adrenaline going. You're probably not feeling it too much. I mean, maybe I'm occasionally you see fighters wear it on their face in the fight if they get cracked with something, or like especially like a body shot or something. You could see it, but usually they're kind of just in the zone, even though they're taking damage. But the days after, what is that recovery process like? And the UFC pays for like rehab or like okay, they pay for the doctor bills and stuff like that.
If you get hurt in practice, they cover it's like almost everything. The first $1,000 is on me, and they pay for it. So when I broke my jaw, I covered $1,000. They paid for everything else.
Okay.
In the fight, they just pay for everything. They take care of it right then and then. Yeah, and that's most organizations do, but UFC does better. So during the fight, you don't feel anything.
Okay.
Every now and then you'll feel a liver shot. You'll feel, and sometimes calf kicks will get you. But the adrenaline's pumping, the rage is going. You just don't feel any of it, which is why every time a fight is stopped early, the fighters, what are you doing? They're just complaining about how bad it was.
Right.
Yeah.
As soon as that bell rings, my last fight, he kicked my calf over and over again. I've always been the guy, I don't check. I'll just punch with him. My legs will take it. So he was kicking and kicking and kicking. I didn't notice a thing. They raised my hand at the afterwards, and immediately my body fell apart. Like, oh God! And it's I fight in a pit now, so it's like
yeah. I've seen that.
For me to get out, I have to climb up this pit, and so I posted a video they had of me. It was like I got to the pit, I kind of jumped up there, said, "Britt, you need to help me." So she grabbed my leg and pulled my leg up there, and then I could stand up, but I couldn't get back out of the pit, and it was the most unreal thing because it was 30 seconds before I'm the greatest in the world, hand is raised, got that belt on there.
Yeah, now you're like an injured dog. You're just like,
no, sir.
I broke my hand halfway through the fight, and as I'm doing my post-fight interview, I'm like, oh, that's broken.
Man.
Then I told Britt, everyone wants to shake your hand afterwards. They all want to shake and do that. And my wife years ago, I said, Britt, my hand hurts. Whether it's broken or not, your hands always hurt afterwards.
Yeah.
Britt, you got to keep people away from me.
Yeah.
And so she's like shouldering, his hands hurt, his hands.
You got to stick that elbow out there like this. You just got to start doing the elbow taps or something.
Back to COVID days.
Yeah. All right. I'll see you. I'll see you.
But yeah, and then the days to come, it's like a week if you just feel like garbage.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because it's like, man, and especially like, you remember that photo of Uriah Faber's leg after Jose Aldo just kept, oh my gosh, that was hard to watch.
No, sir.
I mean, it was also kind of hard to watch Ian Gary do that to Neil Magny too, because he saw that too. But shout out Neil Magny for that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that comeback was wild.
What was the game, Malott?
Yeah, Mike Malott.
Yeah.
Or Malott.
Yeah. He's going nowhere in the UFC. That fight changed his career. I thought his fight prior to that is the only other fight that I watched him. He looked sharp, man. He looked really good.
What happened to him?
So Mike Malott, he is the rising star. I believe he's Canadian, and he is the guy people he's going to be our next George St. Pierre. And he went out there and was just whooping the hell out of Magny. Round 1 was kicking his leg, breaking it, stopping everything. It was great. Round 2, he went out there, didn't throw a single kick, started grab. Like, I've never seen somebody have such a good game plan round 1 and then just throw it all away and say, I'll try something else.
Yeah.
Round 2. Still won round 2 pretty dominantly. And then round 3 was winning. Magny swept him, got on top, started going off, and Malott just quit. I mean, it was... I've never seen somebody quit. He wasn't even getting hit that hard. He was just getting hit constantly. And he just, all right, whatever, I'm done. I don't want to be here anymore.
Jeez, dude.
It was like that was the first time I had seen him fight.
Yeah.
And he'll never get close to top 5, I don't think. After
wow.
watching the way
That sucks, man.
and that's, maybe I'm being too rough. Maybe something was actually hurt and he had a reason for not doing what was working for him.
Yeah.
But he just quit is from what I could see.
Yeah. Okay, man. Well, yeah. I mean, it looked like that to me too. It's crazy. I'll say this last thing about, since the card just happened. This is this past Saturday. The Arnold Allen, man, he had one of my favorite moments. We became Arnold Allen fans in the Holloway fight because there was a part where he sat down. That was a 5-round fight, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm,
yeah. So it was the 5th round, and he was sitting down, and he knew, like, him and his coaches, they knew it's like this is the lad. You got to take him out. And so I remember him sitting on the stool, and his coaches were like, World War III, and he goes, World War III, all right. And like he was sitting there like he was like going into war. And so, and you could see it in his face. He was like ready for that. And when he got up, dude, I mean, he went out that last round. He was just swinging, bro. Like he was just opening himself up. Cause I know like getting counter-striked, and he had great moments in that fight, but also Max Holloway was just like a step ahead on a lot of things. And I see fighters a lot of times, they get to that last round, they know they're down, and they don't acclimate to that. They can't, because they've been getting pieced up. So they're like, the more I open up, the more I'm gonna get, and they kind of almost settle for a loss just by being more or less protective. And to see Arnold Allen just like step into, no, I'm gonna go and really try to win this fight and swing for the fences with Max Holloway was impressive.
Yeah, his fight last night, he kind of did it then too. Because he had lost the first, he got dropped. He handled that rocking, like he got dropped, but back up. He handled that like a professional. Round 3, he came out there and he landed those knees. Mark Goddard, who I gotta quit ragging on him, but he boned me a couple times. Metaphorically.
Not after we saw those photos. I mean, I'm glad you threw that in there.
But he was in there. Allen threw those knees. Every one of those knees was legal. Unified rules, and I don't know that Canada does the unified rules, but unified rules, one hand down, you can knee him in the head all you want. And up there's one hand down. Allen kept bringing him, I said jerking him up. No, bringing him up. And then kneeing. The hand was never on the ground.
Yeah.
And he was going for the win. I mean, he was kneeing to the head of this guy legally. And Mark Goddard got in the way, stopped it, gave him 5 minutes to recover.
Yep.
It's like, oh, you just stole this fight from him.
Yeah.
And then he went on to lose the fight.
Yeah. Man, the both of those guys are so good, though. Arnold and Mavsar.
Yeah,
crazy,
it was a wonderful fight.
Yeah.
What about Jake Paul? No, I'm joking. No,
all right, the last question we want to ask, I'm sure you've been asked this. I'm sure this has come up. This is the internet sensation question. You are you whooping Bradley Martin's ass? You know what I'm saying?
Bradley Martin got
because he's 260.
You know, Brian Callen.
He did. He did, didn't he? He did, didn't he? Brian Callen is like what? He was what? 56, 58,
or something. 100
blue belt. He's a blue belt, I think.
Yeah, he got swept by Brian Callen.
He did. Okay. Yes. Yeah.
There's a new video just came out a few days ago.
Responded. I don't have to
He's a comedian. Brian Callen's a comedian.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That does jujitsu.
I'm trying to remember. You might know him from. He was in The Hangover 3. He ran the strip club.
Oh, I'm sure I've seen him. Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. He is. He does Mug Club with Steven Crowder and all that too.
He also has.
I've seen him for sure.
He has a pod with
Brendan Schaub.
Brendan Schaub.
Oh, I've seen him.
Yeah,
That's
where he's the most famous.
Yeah. The fighter and the kid.
Got you.
Yeah,
okay,
dude.
cool.
Well, awesome, man. Well, I think.
One thing before we go.
Yeah, go ahead.
I will say, at one point during the podcast, Sam said, "Google my wife, and you'll know why I'm so happy." And so I did, and. Guys, look, I have to say I recognized her photo immediately without even knowing her name. She won America's Next Top Model.
Oh, let's go! Let's go!
Oh, sorry, my hand's broken.
Oh, yeah. No, the elbows. There we go. All right, hey, we got
saw the photo.
throw a photo up of the wife, Sam Alvey, over here.
Let's go.
Winning
she's
at
about to
life, dude.
She potentially might be getting into fighting too. Dang, dude.
That's crazy.
She's a badass.
That's
she's
awesome, dude.
incredible.
That's
She's
awesome.
iconic.
That's
I
so
saw
awesome.
the photo and
Describe
said,
her,
I
too.
know that face.
Yeah.
You, what's her name again?
Famous name is McKee Sullivan. She's McKee Alvey now.
Got you. Let's go, bro.
Man, that's awesome. Well, dude, thank you so much for coming on the pod, bro. Had a great time. I appreciate all the insight that you gave us and for, choking me and David and, letting us know, how much we need to work on our defense.
Yeah, man, we're at that point now where we usually give our guests an opportunity to plug whatever they're doing, whether it be your podcast, anything else you got going on.
Yeah, easy enough. All my social media. It is the biggest way to help me, particularly YouTube. Smile and Sam, like I said, it's spelled wrong. Smile and Sam. And I'm doing everything I can to just grow my channel, grow my ability to influence future athletes of the world.
That's right.
And where can I get the merch
Go
at,
follow
though?
it.
That's what I want to do.
Oh, yeah, and the merch.
Yeah, links in bio. If you go to my millions is where it's at. They make. I've got this shirt. I've got a new special edition Karate Combat Champion shirt coming out here in the next few days. And so yeah, millions.com.
Let's go,
Let's go,
dude.
bro.
Sam Alvey, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Until next time. Peace.
Yeah, baby, need top 5 when I'm done going mental. Yeah, I'm locked in, you can peep my condition, man, the lab all winter. All summer, yeah, I went dumb, now I'm about to go dumb and throwing